Welcome to the Bodaciously Awesome Family Show. Bodaciously Awesome Family Show. The only show dedicated to helping parents maximize their kids' experiences and for kids to reap the fun. Here are your hosts, the Bodacious family, Adam, Anthony, and Zachary.
Welcome. Why am I the one talking?
Well, you see, I was talking, and then I stopped.
But I was saying welcome.
And then
welcome.
I said welcome. I said it.
Hello!
Welcome back to today's Awesome Family.
Show.
I am Adam.
I am Antonio.
I'm Antonio's mom.
And Zachary, Antonio's
Is
brother, has the night off. But thank you for screeching in my ear.
I wonder why Zachary sounds like Hanky the Christmas Pooh.
Oh gosh! See, this was your idea to show him this.
I know. Well, that was a long time ago. All right, so we're back and better than ever. We're starting all over. It's all fun things. And Anthony, because obviously someone just has randomly found us on the interwebs. They're like, oh my gosh, I've never heard of this show. This is so amazing. Where can they find us like every time so they know where to find us when they want to try to find us, and the times they want to find us when they want to then hear us when they want to find us?
Everywhere.
On all of them, that's what I said.
Yeah, all of the above.
On which ones? Give me some.
iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, Geekdad.com, TheRoarbots.com, Overcast, that one from Germany, China? France.
And India. We're very big in India and France.
They're all basically the same country.
And iHeartRadio and a couple others. All right, so yes, we find us a lot of places. You also can follow us at Bodacious Family on Twitter. You can send us an email at bodaciousFamilyShow@gmail.com. Anthony, today's episode is pretty near and dear to you.
Yes, it is.
It's all about you, actually.
Yeah, it's like all about me.
It's like the Celebrate Anthony episode.
I think
Time to
I get to edit it.
Me.
I get to edit it, so I'm totally going to name it that.
Okay, well, it's Celebrate Anthony. And so what are we talking about then, Amen?
Wait. It is the...
I love how well you prepared.
AAU National Cross Country Championships in Tallahassee, Florida.
I was trying to find like what AAU actually stood for. The Amateur Athletic Union National Cross Country Championship in Tallahassee, Florida, on the Seminoles home course.
All right. So first question. So this is the AAU National Cross Country Championships. Was this like, were you invited to this, or did you just like crash the party?
I was signed up for it.
His coach felt it was a worthwhile endeavor for him and another girl on the middle school cross country team to build their race portfolios.
Absolutely, and this is very cool. Like, it
was pretty sick.
It was. So, tell me something. So you were, give me like what was the age group? What was the distance? This again, you're in middle school right now, so this is So give me some flavor here so people understand the aura of awesomeness.
Well, I am pretty awesome, thank you for noticing. But it was the age group 13 to 14, and it was a 4K, which was kind of a weird distance.
That's an odd number.
Which is what in miles?
Which is just under, I'm going to slap my leg every time I say a number apparently, just under 2.5 miles.
2.5 miles.
2.47 miles, I believe.
That is correct.
Yes, and then that was for his age group 13 to 14, but they had athletes as young as, I think, 8 or 9.
I think 9.
And as old as 17.
That is both correctors.
Yes. So they divide them up by age groups, and then their distance depends on their age group.
Yeah. So in an age of social distancing, so Zach and I did not go to this race. Just you two, because there was a little bit of travel involved, and we were trying to not have too many people there.
That is a correct statement.
Yeah, and you were coaching soccer that weekend too.
Also true.
Yeah. So
tell me about it. Like, tell me about the event. Like, I don't know much about it.
Right, yeah.
Don't just.
So we got there really early. We got there like an hour and a half early so we could like be prepared and everything. And they had like a little like mile warm-up loop not around the course, but like in a different section, which was kind of cool. So me and the other girl, Alexia, did that once. And then
Really? So there was like a warm-up track?
There was like, and it was like a completely separate course too, so like went through the woods in a separate area too. It was pretty cool actually.
Yeah. Now we've been to many cross country meets, and for the most part, most of the courses they're fine. Some are better than others. Well, hold on. This is where they host the state championships and where the FSU, Florida State University team practices. And I guess maybe they hold meets there too for FSU.
Actually, the next ACC cross country championship will be there.
Yeah, I mean, this is the Mac Daddy of cross country courses. It's beautifully landscaped. It's wide. I'm guessing there's not a lot of routes or technical parts. What is one thing we discovered about Tallahassee, being from Central Florida, that North Florida Tallahassee has?
It got hills, man.
There are hills.
Are there?
There are some serious hills. It looks like North Georgia. There are some serious hills in Tallahassee.
I was pretty surprised by the hills.
Did they sneak up on you?
Yeah, I was like, flat, flat, flat. Oh, look, there's a mountain.
You're like, what's this? Why is the road going up?
I know.
The road goes north. This is weird.
What is wrong with the road?
It's broken.
Well, and one nice thing was the finish area crested the finish lines at the bottom of a beautiful downhill slope.
Yeah, it was just such a nice course. Mm-hmm. It really was.
Which is different, like the old Atlanta half marathon we used to do on Thanksgiving. That at mile 13 it would go uphill, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, I have to. The downhill finish line is like the coolest thing I've ever seen.
That's cool. So tell me about your experience. Like you said, you lined up and you met like kids from other states.
Yeah,
like you said were all over the place. Like give me some more like what was the experience like?
Yeah, so they had like an official check-in like mat that you had to walk past. So you were like actually entered in the race, which was pretty cool. And
given that your like number has been missed off races before,
more than once, yeah. So I was pretty happy about that. And then, so because of Corona, you had to have your mask on until I think 2 minutes before the start. So that was good. And I was in a box with two kids who were from a team from Indiana, and another kid who was running independently from Wisconsin.
So this is Wisconsin. So independently means that some kid, and I assume his family, drove down from Wisconsin to Florida just so that he could run this event.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
I mean, that's insane.
I beat him.
Don't be braggadocious. We saw vans from all over the place. We saw a van, was it from Cleveland, Ohio?
Yeah, we saw at the Carrabba's. Yeah, there was a van from
the busiest Carrabba's in town.
Yeah, that was fun.
So, that was one of the cool things. I mean, we've talked about going to some of the state races and seeing vans from Miami up to Jacksonville or Panama City or wherever. But yeah, being able to go to one and seeing from all over. And I was even talking to a friend of mine in Indiana, whose son is a couple years older than you, and he actually knew the course because he said that his son had participated in the Junior Olympics there. And same thing, the fact that it is a course that a lot of people go to, and there's a lot of these giant nationally renowned races.
It was by far the nicest course I've been on.
Oh, and there's a Jumbotron. That was really, really cool.
So this kind of reminds me of when last year you did a race at ESPN Wide World of Sports.
Yes, that was fun.
And that has a Jumbotron. Obviously there's all these other events that take place there. And I remember we went there to watch you, and we had to see you take off. And then you ran somewhere, we don't know, because it was all in the woods and nowhere near anything that people could go to. And then also we saw you finish. So I assume it's a little bit better than that, in terms of having you just saw them a couple more times.
Oh, spectator-wise, it's fantastic because they run a double loop, and you can go. It's uphill. You can go up the hill to see them start. Then you can quickly move down the hill to see them when they come past you at. Was that the first mile? Mile 1?
Yeah.
Mile. And then you go back up the hill, and you can see them pass back by to start their second loop, and then you go back down the hill, see them almost finish, and then you can go to the finish line.
Very cool. So we'll get to your times here in a second and how you did. Before we get that, though, you've been doing some research now on the AAU and the other current professional athletes that have been involved in it. So what did you find out about this? Because we thought it was cool to begin with, and it's just getting kind of a little bit cooler as you find out more.
Yeah, so I was looking up professional athletes that actually ran AAU, and obviously not ran, but LeBron James did AAU and John Wall did AAU for basketball because they have that, and a lot of NFL wide receivers randomly. So Jordy Nelson did AAU when he was a kid, and Robert Griffin III, who was a great quarterback until he got hurt, obviously, ran track for AAU. So there's a lot of actual names who ran for AAU, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, so now you're in a pantheon with people like RG3 or whatever, and that's pretty awesome that you were, again, whether we were invited or not, but you should have gone, and you did very well at it, right? And in this pantheon of names, I mean, as you kind of mature into this runner, that's really awesome.
It was pretty amazing, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it absolutely. It's a great organization. They have many events. They also host track events too, so we're looking into some of those as well.
Very cool. So now tell me about your, how'd you do? Like, how was the course? How'd you think that you did? What was your initial goal? Yeah, give me some of that kind of, and because a 4K, this is a timed event, was something you never ran before.
Yeah, so my goal for this 2.5 mile race that I had no idea how to pace was like 14:45, and I ended up running a 13:35.
Which is slightly better.
I'm
over a minute better, yeah.
Ever so slightly better. The weather.
What did that pace out to?
Around a 5:30 mile.
I mean, that is insane.
That is
for 2.5.
very, very, very fast. And we will say that we were blessed with absolutely perfect running weather. The day before, when we arrived in Tallahassee, it was raining. It cleared up that night, and the temperature dropped. It was 42 race morning. He ran at 10:50 a.m.
It was like 53.
It was 50.
It was
exactly.
It was perfect.
Yeah, it was no wind or very light breeze, sunshine. It was just absolutely the most beautiful day ever.
So you were able to, like, one thing that sometimes, like a non-runner doesn't understand sometimes, like how heat affects you, right? 'Cause your body's getting so hot, and you have to get that energy has to go somewhere. So yeah, if you're in cold weather or cooler weather, your body doesn't get as hot, so you don't redline as fast, which allows you to kind of push that pace more.
Yeah. So like my first mile, like. So I'm coming up on like the first mile, and I have like a mat and like a clock time, and it says like 5:35, and like I've never ran that fast in like a cross country event before, which it kind of blew my mind actually. Like that's what the cold did, kind of helped dial back that time a lot.
Right, because you were still trying to pace yourself correctly, and you've done faster than that, like on just a mile run, like
yes.
When you're only gonna do a mile. But yeah, because you're like, okay, I have the right breathing, the right, if you're feeling good, and then you're like, holy cow, this is faster than, quote unquote, it should be based on what you're feeling. But that means that temperature is helping you that much.
I got pretty nervous when I saw them. Like, am I gonna die now? I'm about to die now.
Is my heart gonna explode?
No, not gonna explode. Like, but am I gonna be able to finish this race now? Or did I start off? I didn't.
And did you finish the race?
I did finish the race.
And you finished it well?
I did finish it. Well, actually, I didn't finish it well because I got a side stitch with like a quarter mile left. But I finished it decent.
Yeah.
I didn't walk.
You looked good. You still look strong.
Okay, so what was your final time?
13:35.
And there were, about 250-ish people in the race?
I think it was closer to like 300 than 250. It was like 280, I think.
I'd have to look it up. Somewhere between I think it was about 260 something.
Okay. It was between 250 and 300.
And we'll get to both placing here in a second. So, and you didn't know what to expect or how fast the other kids were again. And it's a 13 and 14-year-old race. You're 13. What was your placement?
90th overall, 30th among 13-year-olds.
That is the incredible thing. Yeah, so first of all, 90th overall still puts you in the top third, let's say, which is already amazingly fast.
Yes, it is.
And again, we had to come from Tampa. So you all drove up there with a night in a hotel, but there was kids coming from Wisconsin and Indiana. So these were people traveling for this, right? Because this is like not during like Christmas break. This is like still during school year stuff. And
I got to leave school early.
You did get to leave school early that day. But like this is like an event that people are coming to, and for you to still do that well is just awesome.
Yeah, I was pretty proud of myself. Yeah.
But yeah, then we were able to like dig into the actual findings a bit more to find out that for 13-year-olds, you came in the top 30. I think it was like 25.
No, I was 30th.
Okay, 30 exactly.
No, exactly 30th.
Okay, I was close.
Close enough.
I've heard it both.
We can say top 25 if we want.
No, we'll say top 30. But that's even more amazing because now, again, you can now race this again next year, and you'll be a year older, but you're still in that same age group. Because now if you let, because I was looking at the results, if you can take a minute off your time, you come in the top like 15 or 25. Now, a minute on a 4K, that's no easy task.
No, it is not.
I'm not suggesting that it is.
No.
But if you can,
that'd be great.
That placement is now outstanding overall. And then you keep moving up through those ranks.
Yeah, that's like a 5:10 per mile though.
Challenge accept. Oh wait, I can't accept my own challenge.
Yeah.
Will you accept that challenge?
Sure.
I want to hear it better.
Yay!
Yay!
You can totally do it.
I totally agree. A lot of wall squats.
Lots and lots.
Like John Wall squats.
John Wall squats? Okay.
See what I just did there?
I did.
Yeah.
Let's briefly talk about the host city of Tallahassee.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, such a pretty city. It's even though it is the capital of Florida, it is very much a college town with Florida State University sitting right in the middle of the city, and it is hills everywhere. And Florida State is such a pretty campus. It's
my future school.
Yeah, okay. It's actually funny. You're actually wearing a Florida State shirt right now. Yeah. And
do you think that wasn't planned?
I don't know.
No, it wasn't planned, but
I doubt it.
It sounds a lot better when I say it was.
But when living in Florida, you kind of just randomly decided Florida State was going to be your school, and you gravitated towards that. Like you watched Florida State football or whatever. And so as we kind of start going down whatever path of recruiting when you get to college or high school is going to look like, that's always been on your forefront to go to FSU, and so now it's kind of like So apparently we should probably find who the FSU cross country coach is, and then send this to him or her so we can kind of start the recruiting process.
I think that's the only logical explanation.
All right, we'll get to it.
Yeah, we found we wandered around campus because we wanted to see everything. Bookstore, merchandising. They have FSU logo on everything.
But they did not have FSU the flamethrower.
No, but what I liked is because it's a big school, so every type of sport has its own complex, and there is a complex for the track and field.
Oh, is there really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
nice. Like they had we passed a volleyball complex, and it was.
Yeah, every major sport has their own little area of campus.
That's
and
pretty
we got to see the FSU track too, which is kind of cool.
It was very cool, even if it was raining and it was really wet and stuff.
Yeah, but that's okay. It was still there.
It was still pretty cool.
It rains everywhere, even in Tallahassee.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But we stayed in an area that was literally walking distance off campus, and you could look out the back of the hotel and see the Doak Campbell. Is that right?
I think it is.
Doak Campbell Stadium, which is very impressive. It's huge.
It's a big boy stadium.
It is a big boy stadium. It's huge. So this area of town is called College Town, and it was a cute little street lined with bars and restaurants. With everything had outdoor seating. We stayed at it's called Hotel Indigo, very cute, modern looking hotel that was right there off of College Town, so you could walk to everything.
Very cool. And I really will send this to the FSU cross country coach and see. And we'll put bug in the ear, so to speak. So shout out there.
I mean, I don't think you can start recruiting until junior year, but go for it.
Hey, why not? It's not recruiting; it's networking.
Okay.
It's marketing.
That's right. It's marketing.
Yeah.
It's like merchandise. He needs to send you some shoes or some socks or something.
That's illegal.
Okay. All right. So, all right, Mom, is there anything else you want to say about this experience and how you got to enjoy it and watch Anthony do this amazingly awesome run?
I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't really know what to expect. I've been to a lot of cross country meets, and they're usually, they're exciting, but they're quick. So we got there early, and we got to watch his teammate run, and there was definitely a lot of excitement in the air, and it was a fun race to be a part of.
Very cool. Anthony, anything else you want to say about this experience?
It was amazing.
I liked it.
I got out of school early.
You did, and then you performed really well.
Oh yeah, that's it.
And which is pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
Oh, can you tell our loyal listeners what the deal was as far as the lunch after the meet?
So if I beat my goal time, we went to the good-looking cantina on College Town, and if I didn't beat my goal time, we went to Chipotle.
Right, and if something went really wrong in the race, we were going to
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell on I-10.
So this was all. So basically, this was what you ate was based on how well you did, how much money Mom was going to splurge on your lunch.
I ran for Mexican food. I ran for that taco, and it was a good taco.
So it's Tin Lizzy. So we'll tag some Tin Lizzies here too. Tin Lizzies in College Town.
Yeah, that was really good.
Okay.
Tin Lizzies is yummy. We like Tin Lizzies.
I mean, I'm pretty sure anything would have tasted really good, but Tin Lizzies was really good.
All right, well, fantastic. All right, well, that's all the time we got today. So we'll be back next week. Anything else you want to say, Mr. Anthony?
Nope.
All right, we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye.
Tacos.